guys, welcome to my new YouTube channel. So this week, I did this piece almost 2 years ago, which, well, seems incredible. And it was at a time that I was not happy at all with my art. And I remember I did it with the color sheets. I was very lost in what to use, so I just took them out and I tried to do something fun with them. So it was a two-headed piece person, and I remember I did unicorn like horns, and I connected them with the red string of fate, which I still like a lot to use, and I had it in my sketch. Unfortunately, I don't use it at the end because it was getting a lot of too busy. I might still edit on later on digital, just so I can see how it looks, because it is part of the original drawing, so I might just try doing a version of that. To sketch this out, I'm using a Carddash Pablo permanent color pencil in Scarlet. It does not erase very well, but I do prefer it than whatever pencil I have available here in Portugal. Perfectly, I would use Colores pencil, but unfortunately those are not available here and are very expensive to get, so this will do. I'm using my Holbien Gouache to paint this, and it's actually my first time painting in gouache in like maybe 2 months, because I was obsessed with my Sennelier watercolors a few months ago. And then Inktober started, and honest to God, I have not used anything else but ink during the whole month. I didn't do anything else. I might have done something digitally, but I've honestly only used ink. So it is quite weird to be painting with colors again, but it felt so nice. During this time of recording, I am doing Folktale Week, and I'm almost done. And probably when I post this video, I would have been done, and I am going to do a zine, so look out for that, because I'm honestly so happy with the results so far. I'm only missing one drawing, and I couldn't be happier, honestly. This project came out so much nicer than I thought it would, because I was very scared coming from Inktober, not drawing people at all, not using color, and it was a challenge, but I'm very happy I did it. So I asked on Instagram if someone had any topics that they wanted me to talk about in this video, because I really didn't know what to talk about, because it's just a redraw. There's not a lot to talk about. So some friend of mine actually gave me a few questions. So Aya Art 96 sent me this question. So where do you see the direction of your art going? This is a very interesting question, because I'm not sure. I'm in a very experimental time where I like my art, but at the same time I hate it. I feel like it's very flat in a way, like it doesn't tell a story. And that's what I think I want my art to do. I want to tell a story, or just at least make people feel something. Even if it's just, oh, that's beautiful. I want to create something that is beautiful and just gives the feeling that it has more behind it than it seems. Obviously, just as well using the colors. I love that I use different colors, and it's something that I'm very happy to have come across in my art process. So that always makes me very happy to have done this. The other question came from, I'm going to butcher this, so please forgive me, at SX Deros. I don't know how to say names. If you've been on any of my streams, you know this. I try to say every name that comes up, always ends in failure. So basically they asked how to avoid burnout. How do you keep motivation going, and your biggest challenge in creative work? Okay, so let me go by parts. At least to me, to avoid burnout, I try my best to do a little break at a time and have a snack once in a while. This is very basic, but at least it works to me. It's just drink water regularly, have tea, have tasty treats next to me so I'm happy and fulfilled. And if something is not working, like if a drawing is not working, I stop for a while. I don't mean days, but a few hours if necessary, because if it's not working, at least to me, I will not be able to draw. For example, when I'm mad or upset, I cannot hold a pencil. I've seen people, and I admire them, that drawing is an outlet when they're angry. I wish. I cannot do anything when I'm upset. So I step away and I give myself some space to breathe. How to keep motivation going? To me, it's, for example, to do challenges that I like. For example, like draw this in your style, or to just draw things that I like in the middle of doing something that's pressure. For example, during Inktober is quite difficult. So what I did my best to was to find an ink that made me so happy to use it, and then I couldn't wait to use it. I wanted to use materials that challenged me in a way, but it made me happy to use it. So that's what I did this Inktober. Besides, I planned a lot, and I'll do a video of this someday if you guys want, how I plan my challenges. I might do one for Folk Till Week, because I did plan a hackathon for this one, and I only knew like the day before, so I'm quite proud of how everything turned out, having that in account. So yeah, at least to me, is to do things that excite you once in a while, or at least during the day. If, for example, you have a creative work that you need to do that's not your style and you don't like, when you stop, do something that makes you happy in order to keep you motivated by drawing. And my biggest challenge in creative work, to me, it's never the same, honestly. For me, it's I either am hating what I'm drawing, and by that I mean the concepts. Sometimes I feel like I cannot find a concept to save my life. I know my phase. I know that happens when I have to see something on Pinterest in order for me to start drawing. Like, I can't start drawing from mine. That's when I know I'm very dried out in terms of concepts. And then sometimes I just hate the way I'm drawing, and funny enough, that never happens at the same time, and thank God, otherwise I would not be able to draw at all. So I'm either just completely dried out when it comes to concepts, or I'm just so stiff and I cannot draw for the life of me. And when that happens, honestly, I just do studies and studies after studies, and I just paint whatever is on Pinterest. And then if I want to, I'll then add my own kick to it. And that usually helps me just getting back into it, and being able to later on having my own ideas. Because when I have my ideas, I have tons of them, which sometimes happens. I'm not in a drawing mood, so then I have tons of ideas that I can't do anything with them, and then I'm good with drawing, but then I don't know what to draw, so it's a mess, honestly, but oh well. So guys, I'm in the part where I add my acrylic pens, and by this time I already have a lot of acrylic paint markers pens, so I think I will do one day a comparison of some brands, because I am getting a few of them, and they each have their own strengths, which I've noticed. I think you can tell I don't use Poscas at all anymore. Those have not been great for me. I'm using at the moment Amerstam, Molotow, and Derwent paint markers. So basically those are the ones that I'm using at the moment, and I've actually used the gold one of Amerstam for my Inktober. So basically it was just that and the ink for my materials. And I've been loving them at the moment because they have different tips. They each have their own properties of ink, so they are very fun to experiment, and I'm still not sure which brand is my favorite, but I will do more research, and I eventually want to get a bigger range of pens so I have a bigger notion of everything else. So thank you so much for watching this week's video. I will try my best to carry on doing a video per week because I do enjoy doing this, and even though I'm very slow at editing and my computer sucks, it's not the best, but it helps me and I really enjoy it. So thank you so much again. If you have any questions, anything at all, you can always drop a comment in the section below. This piece will be on my Instagram if you want to take a look at it, and feel free to check out the rest of my page. I would be more than appreciative if you could. So thanks again, and feel free to leave a like if you want to subscribe. I will be more active now. So bye guys!